Salut, c'est Géraldine, bienvenue sur Comme une Française TV, sound French even to the French. The plural in French is mostly straightforward, except when it's not. Even French people still make mistakes. I want to show you a few rules and tips and give you the keys to the plurality rules. Let's dive in. Main rule is adding an S. Say you have a nice and normal French noun in the singular. Let's choose an example. Un exemple. To use it as a plural, you just add an S at the end. Un exemple, deux exemples, two examples. This is just like in English, but in French, we also use the plural rule for adjectives. Un bon exemple, deux bons exemples, deux bons exemples. A good example, two good examples. Now, let's find our first exception. If the singular word already ends in S or X or Z, it stays the same as the plural. Un gros nez, a big nose, des gros nez, big noses at the plural. Le vieux fils, the old son, les vieux fils, the old sons, les vieux fils. And we come back to noses in a sense, since in French, the oldest son is called l'aîné. That's a joke. Feminine words work the same, though since they often already end with an E, it's more unusual. Une grande vis, a large screw, des grandes vis, large screws, des grandes vis. And as you know from my previous episode on the sexist French language, when a masculine and a feminine are together, their common adjective is masculine. Mon fils et ma fille sont très grands. Mon fils et ma fille sont très grands. My son and my daughter are very tall. Grand is masculine here. Exceptional rules, adding an X. Now the rules we've just seen are too simple. So we've tacked on some exceptions, of course. When a word ends in EAU or AU or EU, it becomes EAUX, AUX or X at the end for the plural. Un beau lieu pour un château, deux beaux lieux pour des châteaux. One pretty place for a castle, two pretty places for several castles. Un beau lieu pour un château, deux beaux lieux pour des châteaux. Okay, lots of X there. For historical reasons, we also use the same ending for the plural when words end in AL, that becomes AUX. AL becomes AUX. Mon cheval mange un gâteau. Mon cheval mange un gâteau. My horse eats cake. Add in a couple of X and we have mes chevaux mangent des gâteaux. Mes chevaux mangent des gâteaux. My horses eat cakes. Then you have a correct plural sentence and also fat horses. Now, some words still don't play by these rules, but there are only a few of them. For instance, you can say le carnaval de Dunkerque, le carnaval de Dunkerque, the carnival in Dunkirk, the city in northern France, but also les carnavals de Rio et Dunkerque, les carnavals de Rio et Dunkerque, in both cities, which are basically the same. To the contrary though, there are famously 7 words that end in OU but still have an X in the plural, and not an S as they should. It's a list that every French child has to learn in school at a young age. For example, bijou, caillou, chou, genou, hibou, joujou, pou. Okay, let's do that again. Bijou, caillou, chou, genou, hibou, joujou, et pou. Respectively, these are jewelry, rocks, cabbages, knees, holes, toys, and lice. They're all masculine and not all are often used. It's impressive if you know them well as French learners, but it shouldn't be a problem anyway in your day-to-day life. Except for that one time when you will see owls playing with gold rings around their knees in a field of cabbages and scratching themselves, of course. Weirder exceptions. We already have 2 levels of exceptions already in French language. That's not enough. We need to go deeper. Some words just don't care and will totally change between the singular form and the plural. The most famous of them is un œil, an eye, and we say deux yeux, 2 eyes. Un œil, deux yeux. But the real mess starts with composed words. Then you basically have to know the words they're made of. When it makes sense to put them in the plural, we do. When it doesn't make sense or when it's a verb, the word stays the same. It's confusing, but it's fascinating. It's a bit like a puzzle or an enigma. Let's see, for instance, what happened with un porte-monnaie. Un porte-monnaie, a purse, to literally hold your money. Porte-monnaie. Porte is a form of the verb porter. Porter, to carry or to hold. So as a verb, it stays the same. Monnaie. Monnaie is short for la monnaie, money. It's abstract. It's an unaccountable noun, so it stays singular. And that's why we write des porte-monnaie. The word is invariable. Now, let's try the same with un arc-en-ciel. Un arc-en-ciel, a rainbow, or literally a bow in the sky. When you see two of them, what do you have except an old viral video? You have several bows, but in one sky, and that's why we write des arc-en-ciel. Arc-en-ciel. Do you see how it mostly makes sense? Do you want to know what doesn't make sense? The words un amour, un orgue et un délice. Un amour, un orgue et un délice. These are all masculine and singular, but feminine in the plural. Des amours perdus, des amours perdus. We also write des grandes orgues and des délices subtiles. Yeah, that's crazy. And now you know everything about French plural. Et toi, do you want to know the plural of other specific words? Which other rules or constructions do you struggle with? What would be the plural of un chou-fleur? Un chou-fleur, a cauliflower. Tell me in the comments section. I'd love to hear from you. If you're on YouTube, you'll find a link below the video to the blog Française.com. On my site, I read all the comments and answer all your questions too. Do you like this video? Do you want more? Let me share exclusive lessons, private offers, and my 10 favorite Comme Française handpicked episodes with you by email. It's super easy to join. Leave me your first name and email and I will get back to you straight away. Subscribe now to get my best content in your inbox. The fantastic stuff that's not even on YouTube. And the best thing is, it's all free. Merci for watching Comme Française TV. Sound French, even to the French. Allez, salut!